The Dick Show. Once you see first stringer defensive lineman coming down your throat.
Yeah.
And all over your face.
America! Fuck yeah! Oh, imagine the possibilities.
I've been riding Caleb Williams' dick since he was in high school.
This is a true story.
David Blaney.
David Blaney doesn't even drive in NASCAR anymore.
Hold on, I'm not
His
done
son
with my
does.
list. Fucking son of a bitch. I'm not even done with my list yet. You already bested on me. You gotta wait.
Fuck. All right, sorry. Hey guys, welcome back. It's the DCK show live.
The Dick Show.
The Dick Show. That intro was funny today.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm Dustin, and to my left here,
I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly, and I'm the I'm the ass end of the dick here.
yeah,
I'm the shaft, huh?
Yeah.
I guess I'm the shaft.
somewhere in the middle.
Hold on. We got to do our tradition.
Somewhere in the middle,
Hold on.
there's-
You guys ready?
Yeah,
You guys
cheers,
ready?
fellas. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Yeah.
We're still waiting to hear from Coors Light on our sponsorship deal.
When the mountains are cold,
I knew that was
you
coming.
know it's time to go
It's
to your
mountains
favorite
are
podcast.
blue.
Oh, yeah,
Mountains
that's
are
it.
blue.
Hey, they
Not
could be cold,
cold.
too.
I mean, they better be cold,
Okay,
otherwise
well,
I'm
when
not.
the mountains are blue, it's time to go to your favorite podcast, The Dick Show.
There you
Dick
go.
Show.
That's better. See, if we want to do promotions, we got to do them
Live
right.
in-
I know, right?
Live in simulcast.
Yeah, right. Previously recorded.
Previously recorded.
So how's everybody's week? How you guys doing?
Well,
Not too bad.
Let's talk to the guy who totally
I mean,
bunged his picks this
dude,
week.
I got fucking raped on my picks this last weekend.
Oh, man.
That was horrible.
That was pretty bad.
First week of the season, I'll take it for what it is, I guess. But
Well, and that's the thing. You don't know who's who and what's
Yeah.
what after, personnel changes.
and that's
everything
kind
else.
of on some of those, it's like I just go with that kind of feel of like, man, I don't really know, but I don't really like that pick on either side. You just kind of go with it. We'll see. It happens. Other than that, week was pretty good. Hey, I got a question for you guys though.
Yep.
So the other day I was at my daughter's volleyball game, and another set of parents ended up, shuffling in a little bit late and sat by us. And so they started making small talk. I'm trying to watch the fucking volleyball game. I'm there for one reason. I'm there to watch my daughter play volleyball. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So the other couple, they start talking. One of their daughters is on the team, so they're playing as well. And, they're making small talk. I'm watching. Kimberly's talking with them back and forth. And the guy, I'm trying to say hi or pay attention to them while I'm watching. And finally the guy's like, hey, you like to play cards? And I'm like, yeah, I like to play cards. He's like, okay, well, I'm trying to get a group together sometime, play some cards. Maybe if you want to play, I'm like, sure, whatever. Cut to keep going. They're, playing some more small talk again. And I'm still trying to watch the fucking game. He's like, hey, you guys have 2 daughters. We have 2 daughters. We should get together sometime and play volleyball. Okay, cool. Yeah, right. Whatever.
This guy's got a hard on for you? Is that what that is?
I don't know. Turns out then he's like, hey, I'm sponsoring a 5K coming up. Maybe you want to run in it. And I'm like, well, I don't know, trying to watch volleyball.
You had me at running. You had me
Yeah.
at running.
Well, and that's what I told him. I was
The
like,
answer is no.
I was like, dude, I treat running like I'm allergic to it.
Yeah, I was
You know
going to
what
say,
I
if
mean?
you ever
Exactly.
see me running, you should probably start
Right.
running too, because something bad's about to
I
happen.
fucking absolutely hate running. I think that's like the worst type of exercise in the world. I'll train jiu-jitsu all day long, but if you tell me to go run somewhere, I'll tell you to fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care that much about running. So again, sure, whatever, dude. We'll talk later. You know what I mean? Anyways, so now cut to the end. Game's over. He's like, hey, let me get your number. And, okay, cool. So I give him my number. He gives me his number. Okay. Don't think anything of it. The next day, my fucking phone blows up, and I look at it, and he sends, now all of a sudden I'm in a group text, and I see one message pop up, and it's, hey, I met this really cool guy last night. His name is Chris Perham, so all you guys can put him into his info into your phone. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't even read the whole message. I saw that, and I was like, what the fuck?
Time for a new phone number.
You know what I mean? And I immediately get thrown into, and then now,
and now you're going to have to edit it out, or else people are going to...
yeah, well, if they listen, guess what? Cool. Welcome to the Dick Show. You know what I mean? But then now I'm in a group and it's like these fucking chatty Cathy of dads. It's all dudes, but they're just like texting memes back and forth and texting each other pictures of shit. And I'm like, I haven't said a word in there. I haven't said anything.
Mute notifications.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, I get a message from him saying, "Hey, I noticed you're pretty quiet in that group text thread. I hope I didn't overstep my boundaries." Well, again, I read that much of it. I didn't even read the rest of it. I didn't respond. I haven't said shit. I'm just wondering, to you guys, what's the fucking boundaries, or what is like the protocol for that?
Okay, so is it a CCV like church thing?
No,
Because
this was
there's
actually
a lot of people like that.
Yeah, no, and so that's kind of where I feel like the plug is. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to get sold something somewhere along the line.
Yeah,
but
or
this was at the
into
high
a cult.
school.
Okay,
Yeah.
is it
Yeah.
a swingers club?
See, that was
I don't know.
honest,
I
dude,
didn't
that
get
was the
that
first
far,
thing that
right?
went through
But
my mind.
is it
that
a
was
dudes only swingers club? Because that's a
no
Right.
go.
I mean, you know,
No, so seriously, my opinion, the protocol is I'm never going to give a buddy of mine's number to somebody they've never met without talking to the said buddy first.
Being like, hey,
I'd text you and say, "Hey, my buddy Kelly, he wants to do this. Do you mind if I give him your number so he
Right.
can hit you up and ask you about it?"
well, like so a perfect example is like we set up the text thread with the three of us, right?
Right.
Well, that's no big deal. Well, we're trying to figure, even though I don't know Kelly, not that big of a deal because I know you, and Kelly and the three of us are now doing this, so it's
Right.
like not that big of a deal, right? But
and I'm pretty much fucking awesome.
yeah, exactly, right? Coolest Canadian guy I know, you know.
No,
what I
but
mean?
when we all started talking about this to do this together, honestly, that text thread wasn't exactly like lighting up. It was, one or two messages a week talking about, just little ideas here and there. And now it's turned into full blown.
Yeah.
If it was read by anybody else, they'd probably think we were absolutely insane.
As it should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna add cat memes to it.
Yeah.
This week.
Let's go.
Just to
Here we
fuck
go.
with you
Let's
guys.
fucking go.
All right.
But, my, like,
This is a long story.
and I'm just wondering, how many fucking, like you said, I don't just fucking send out your number or your number to other people. Like,
Thank
hey,
you.
this is Dustin. Here's his number. Give him a call.
He's really cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It struck me the wrong way. Maybe the guy's just trying to be nice, but I've never, like, drug other people I just met, especially, into other group text messages where they've never met a single other person out of that. Like, somewhere along the line, it's like, baby steps. Hold my hand before you try to jerk me off.
I've been in something like that but it was like, it was a bachelor party in Vegas, so it was all for all the dudes to stay in touch, so we didn't lose one.
Right.
Because I'll tell you a story about Vegas. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, anyways,
So-
that's all I got, guys.
Yeah,
I just
so I didn't have anything nearly
fucking
that
threw
interesting.
me for a loop.
No, for me, man, the whole weekend was dedicated to football. Watching football, watch all the games, college and NFL and NASCAR race, just sports, absorbing. That's
Man,
all
you
I
guys
was
don't
doing.
watch UFC fights at all?
I watched them, actually.
You did?
Yep.
Man, that was a fucking upset.
Yeah.
That was incredible
On
watching
Saturday
Sean
night, yep.
Strickland win that
Yep.
fight. I won a little bit of money, not much, but like
Yeah.
$50 off of it. I
Yeah.
didn't, but it was a nice win,
Yeah.
for him.
Oh, and I'm also happy to say that my BetMGM app works again finally. So I don't know what the hell happened. It wasn't working for like the last 3 months, and I was talking to one of my buddies about it, and I was showing him what it was doing. Like if you clicked on anything, it wouldn't add it to your bet slip, and it's been that way for months, and I couldn't figure out why. Well, I suddenly
because you have no money in there.
no, I suddenly
It's just-
remembered when I was
how
in
you betting with zero?
Yeah.
when I was in San Diego back in May or whatever it was, I tried to place a bet on NASCAR race and
You can't do it in
forgot.
California.
Yeah, I forgot you can't do it in California, and it prompted me and said, "Hey, you're in California, you can't do that." And I thought, "Oh, okay, no big deal." Well, when I got back home, I wanted to place a bet and it wouldn't work. It's been that way for 3 months. Now it works again all of a sudden. I began wondering if I got thrown in like betting jail for trying to do something I couldn't do, and it locked my account for 90 days or something.
Well, I've had that issue with BetMGM coming or going from here to Vegas, and then like I open it in Vegas, and I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm not in Arizona because it's the Arizona app,
Right.
and then it'll do that where it's stuck in this inevitable loop of like kind of loading
Yeah.
or like not showing anything. But then when I get back here, a day later it clears back to where I
That
can
happened
use it
to
again.
Derek. He was trying to get pics. He was on the airplane in Phoenix, like on the ground. They were like taxiing to take off, and they wouldn't let him.
Yeah. Yeah, airplanes do some weird stuff though. Like once you're on the plane, you have no signal until you connect to their Wi-Fi, and then you're at their mercy, which
Dude,
is really weird.
Here's another thing I do have an issue with planes. I don't know if it's T-Mobile or what it is, but I watch people pull out their fucking iPads, pull out whatever device, seamlessly connect and able to watch their shit. No problem.
And it's always a struggle bus for you.
Struggle is it's more like not fucking happening ever. Ever. I log into this shit and then it's like log into the Southwest Wi-Fi or whatever. And then I log into that. And then you have to go to the website, you know what I mean? So it like officially goes through. I get into that and then it's like whatever I'm trying to watch or load never fucking works. It just gets stuck in that inevitable load loop forever.
Huh.
And I'm watching people and I'm like, motherfucker. I
What do
pull
you
out
have?
T-Mobile.
Maybe.
Yeah, yep, that's possibly
Maybe it works, maybe it don't.
possibly it. You know
Can
what
I
I mean?
can I tell you a funny story real quick about loops? Mm-hmm. Is that okay? We're at the dunes. I made a chick puke. This was great. We're at the dunes, and I got kind of off track because I'm leading the group, and I'm like got off a weird track where I didn't intend to be, and I kind of ran into an area where I was having a hard time getting out of it, like to get pointed the direction I want. Because if you've ever ridden around at the dunes, you can't just take a right here. You gotta
You got to
you
ride
gotta
the crest,
find
right?
and you gotta find a way to make that right work. Well, I got kind of in a weird position, and I started running over the same ground over and over again, like I'm a fucking Pink Floyd song. And I was getting kind of frustrated, and I said over the radio to the group, man, I feel like I'm stuck in some kind of fucking time warp here. I can't get us out of this shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. About 3 minutes later, one of my buddies hits up the mic, and he goes, hey, can we stop? And I'm like, yeah, why? What's up? And he's like, my wife's puking. And I'm like, what happened? And he goes, dude, she literally thought we were stuck in a time warp. She. Now that's the story right there. Oh
man.
boy! All right, well let's go back to those picks real quick because Chris he got his ass handed to him. I smoked everybody.
God damn! What did I end up 3 and 3?
No, you got 5.
Oh, I got 5. Okay.
5 and 11. I went 10 and 6, and Kelly's right in the middle.
7 and 9.
Yeah, 7 and 9. Yep. So I think the big thing, there were a lot of shockers this week
Hey man,
that tripped a lot of us up.
Tennessee almost pulled it out. I thought they were going to pull it out there at the end, but no go.
Well, what about the start of the week?
Detroit.
Oh,
Detroit.
Yeah. We all said on here last week that we knew that game was being properly hyped because it was going to be a good game.
And
But none of
sure
us
was.
picked them.
Yeah,
And it was. It
beat
was
the
a
spread,
hell of a
obviously, you know what I mean? And it was close. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and again, man, how real are the Lions going to be this year, right?
Right.
Like, we now see it. Like, they were good.
Yep.
Let's see if they can continue that role, though, you know?
But amongst the other, I think what we would call somewhat shockers was I don't think anybody saw Cleveland absolutely smoking Cincinnati.
No, I didn't see that. Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay beating Minnesota.
I mean,
thought was
honestly, the Cincy Cleveland game, they were like, it was -1 or something for Cincinnati. So somebody knew something,
Yeah.
and we just didn't pick up on it.
Well, and as you mentioned, Burrow's kind of been playing a little.
he played
little
no
hurt.
preseason.
Yeah,
no
a
little hurt.
preseason, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, that is what it is. But
yeah, that's another one of those, like we said, beginning of the season, you don't know what you got. I am kind of surprised that a 3-score game into the fourth quarter, like you can still make a comeback if you get a quick score and you hold them. The hope is still there. I think a lot of the reason Burrow was benched was the weather, though. I mean, it was shitty weather. It wasn't a great game. They were playing ugly. So kind of crazy that he got benched for that right after he signed that huge contract, but understandable.
Yeah.
First week, and
First week.
like you said, he didn't
So-
really get any preseason play either.
I did make a few notes here. Sorry. Biggest upsets based on point spread. The Rams.
based on the spread.
The Rams were -4.5, and they won by 20. No. So they were 4.5. The Seattle was favored by 4.5 points,
Yeah, see,
and the Rams won by 21. 17. Yeah,
17
so they
points.
ended up plus 21.5.
Yeah.
That was crazy to me too. I thought Seattle might have a little bit more for him, but hey, the Rams, man, Stafford didn't look bad, you know.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. Detroit, they were 4-point dogs, and they won. Tampa Bay was 3-point dogs, and they won. And then on the losing side, Arizona was -7, and they would have covered. They were
They were only 4 points out.
4 points out. So I think everything else went kind of as expected, or there was a toss-up kind of game. But
I would say there's one we're missing there. I think blowout of the week.
I got those too.
Yeah, I think that absolutely
Dallas
has
game?
to go to the Giants.
Oh,
I mean,
Man,
who expected them to even get blanked
exactly.
would be number one.
I would say blowout of the week and also boner of the week were the Giants. Man, they fucking sucked. That was horrible.
And that
Yeah.
doesn't bode well for Arizona because we get them this week, and they'll be getting their asses chewed.
Oh, yeah.
Doing two-a-days again.
Yeah.
Oh, we got, Danny Dimes versus old Josh Dobbs, the matchup everybody was waiting for.
Right. Right.
Oh,
I'm going to that game, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, taking the family. So,
Nice.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see how both teams look. Again, early season, the Giants, I thought they'd have a little bit of something, but fuck. And actually, side note with that, I have Dallas's defense in my fantasy league.
yeah.
And they pulled like 30 points for me. So
35.
yeah, there you go. So that was
Yeah.
good. You know what I mean? I lost by 7 points, but if I would have had one sub playing instead, you know what I mean? I win.
Yeah.
I did write down some
Yeah, Kelly's good.
fantasy
Kelly's
leaders
done
Oh, sweet.
here, so-
Hell yeah.
Kelly's
Good.
done a lot of research this week.
Other
See this
blowouts.
paper.
San Francisco won by 23.
Yeah, I guess they're as good as advertised, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleveland by 21, which was a surprise to all of us, and then Green Bay.
Oh, fucking
They won by
love.
18.
Yeah.
Man, and so to piggyback off of that, how about Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, man. Oof. Well,
It's sad for Jets fans. It's sad for Packer fans because they don't get a first-round pick now.
Right?
And he is confirmed out with a torn Achilles.
For
so
the
they
season.
did confirm it this morning.
Yeah,
that it is a
Yep.
torn
yeah,
Achilles.
it came
He's
out this
done for the
morning.
season.
Done for
Yeah.
the season.
Or more.
And you know who else? J.K. Dobbins with the Ravens.
Yeah, he's done for the year
He's
also.
done for the year too. And I have him in 2 or 3 fantasy leagues.
There's some big losses early on, you
Yeah.
know.
So what? Fourth play from scrimmage, Rodgers goes down, and by halftime, Adam Schefter is saying that some friends of his that are doctors that had texted him were concerned that they could see the recoil in his hamstring from a tear in the Achilles, but he said obviously none of this is confirmed. A doctor hasn't seen him yet. They're just basing it off the video. So the minute they say that, you start thinking, well, that would be about worst case scenario. Best case, a high ankle sprain or something like that.
Yep.
So now that they've confirmed it, that's unfortunate. But it also shows how good the broadcast qualities are if they can see that in replay. You
Yeah,
know what I
exactly.
I
mean?
mean, Shefty, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And
Fucking-
here's the other notable one. Tua did not get a concussion.
Right, I know.
That was
Right?
that I was watching.
Not
that
only
game.
that, so he had the number one in fantasy points,
Dude,
for
him
a quarterback.
and Tyreek Hill fucking lit
Oh.
it up, man. Tyreek Hill went off, too.
Yeah, Tyreek looked amazing.
That's going to be interesting because if everything holds up, that's a good 1-2 combination. You know what I mean? Tyreek, obviously he was elite when he was at Kansas City, but going from Mahomes to Tua, you don't know how that'll hold up. And Tua, as long as he can stay healthy,
Wow, yeah.
he's looking pretty dang good. You know?
So I want to get back to the Chiefs. I looked at their roster of wide receivers, and I'm like, who's that? Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that? They lost like everybody. I never noticed that until
and then not
after the
having
fact.
Kelsey, not having
Not
Kelsey,
having
in,
Kelsey.
in that game.
they have Valdez Scantling, and then a bunch of other no names. And I'm like, Did we all miss this?
And Pacheco, he didn't really do anything, and he's known. I mean, he's good out of the backfield.
Yeah.
He can catch passes too. He didn't
It's
really
one of those
show
things.
anything.
I don't know.
Well, there was also
what Mahomes making every year, but is that now we're at the point where Kansas City is going to start going down because they have to play like rookies and
we have
no-name
to
guys and hope that.
Well, and
Patrick
they just
can hit
signed
him?
Chris Jones to a 1-year deal,
Yeah,
but that's to get through the year. That's the Band-Aid, right? So
yeah.
we have to acknowledge though that Andy Reid made a massive mistake in that game play calling. I'm sorry on 4th and 20. First of all, 4th and 20, you go for it, and then you have your offensive line screw up and take a penalty and make it 4th and 25. But worse yet, at 4th and 25, with all 3 timeouts,
deep in your own
And,
own
yeah.
side of the field.
and ahead of the 2-minute warning, punt the ball away, use your timeouts, and get the ball back with a minute and a half to go. You know what I mean? Like, you give yourself another chance, but with a 1st and 10 instead of a 4th and 25.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
That's Andy Reid does not make a lot of mistakes.
I mean,
but that was a massive mistake.
Even if you're not confident that
In a 1-point game.
you can stop them and get the ball back, and that's why you're going for it. If you're not confident you can stop them, why do you still give them a short field? You know what I mean? Like you would, in my opinion, I'd still at least punt it away, and like you said, you hope that you get the ball back.
Yeah.
The
You're on
way-
the other side of the 2-minute warning.
The other way, you're rolling the dice. If it comes up 7s, they're already in field goal range basically, and
Yeah.
that's ball game. You
Yeah,
know,
and all they
so-
had to do was kneel on it
Yeah,
when you turned it over there.
yeah,
So
that was
part of
interesting.
it. That's part of how this came to be. We have to acknowledge that. So
It's true. It's true.
All
Hey.
right. So closest game of the week. There was
a lot of
couple.
a lot of 1-point games,
Yeah.
2-point games.
Las Vegas and Denver.
Yep.
That was a kind of a toss-up.
Yep.
Las Vegas
Takes-
did win,
Takes that one. Yep.
so I'm happy about that. Tennessee and the Saints. That was another 1-point game.
That one hurt.
It hurt you, didn't hurt me.
Yeah, it hurt me. It hurt me.
And then the one I was most surprised about was Miami beating the Chargers.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a shootout. It was
Yeah, that ended up being.
36-34.
I mean, you could maybe make the case that was the most entertaining game as a whole, right? So, 70 points scored between the two teams, back and forth, and it didn't start that way. First half, it was kind of like, I got Herbert in fantasy, and I was kind of like waiting for that kind of charge by him, and they had it, but they just couldn't finish it there in the second
He
half.
looked just as stunned on the sidelines as anybody else
Yeah.
by what was happening.
Early season, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And the Chargers, man, that's historically even, they've always been that team that on paper is like, oh man, they're always going to be good, but then you never know what the
Are they
product
going to get
is,
over the hill?
right?
Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't spiral them right off the start of the season, because I like Herbert a lot, but
And then rounding out the top 5, number 4, 3-point difference, Tampa Bay and Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I never got a chance to see any highlights on that one, but
no, I didn't.
is Baker back? Is he redeemed?
Not after week 1.
I mean, he led a comeback.
Yeah.
They were losing in the fourth quarter, brought him back, right? And they won the game, so we'll see. I mean, that's the biggest thing with Baker. He's never been consistent, right?
That's why I said I don't want to give anybody anything after week 1.
But
no
same
trophies.
with Deshaun Watson. I'm not sure about with Cleveland and Deshaun Watson, just
Right.
because week 1, that's great. And he's a good quarterback, but Cleveland's the same kind of deal. You never know. So
Yep. And
And then number 5,
mm-hmm.
4-point difference was
us.
our Cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not bad. Hey, at least the Cardinals were in the game. You know what I mean?
Especially in the first half.
Yeah.
The second half, not so much. That's when they really kind of the wheels came off. But
Yeah.
but that's
So in fantasy points, we had the 3rd best defense this year, or this week.
nice.
So hopefully we can keep that going.
Yeah, well, we'll see this week. It's going to be interesting. We got the battles of the unwinnings so far. You know what I mean? The battles of the defeateds.
Yeah.
So let's see who can win that battle.
So getting back to quarterbacks, so for some fantasy points, if you're following, I think everybody should be involved in a fantasy league.
Yeah, we need to start one next season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think so, for
I
sure.
haven't done one in a couple years. It's It's been a couple years since I've done one.
So, number 1 quarterback, Tua, and I didn't write down the points. I'll just be quick about this. Tua, number 2, Mac Jones.
That's a surprise.
Yeah.
Number 3, Jordan Love.
That's a surprise too.
Yep.
He had a good game though.
Number 4, Herbert with the Chargers.
In a losing effort.
In a losing
A
effort.
losing effort.
And then number 5, with Indy, Richardson.
That's
That's your
crazy.
boy.
That's crazy, man. Oh well. Let's go Colts.
Hey, remember when we said last week that we are absolutely at no point going to pick Dallas? We're all just going to pick against them no matter what. I might have to break that pact after what
might
I
have
just
to
saw.
pick that.
I mean, you know,
That was just for show. We
Yeah.
had our fingers crossed.
Yep.
Okay.
teasers,
after
teasers,
what we
giving away
saw.
teasers, right? Here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
You
that's-
never know, man. I mean, I agree that the hate
Because I
for
don't think the
Dallas
Giants
is real,
are that
but
bad. I think they just had a bad night.
man,
They shit the bed hard.
Yeah, they did.
yeah,
And at home, too.
I hope they're not that bad. I hope.
Was it just the rain? You blaming the rain?
I
'Cause
can't.
Guess what?
stand the
Dallas had to
rain.
play in that same rain.
Yeah,
so.
and they fucking showed up.
All
We
right,
shit the bed.
getting into running backs. Aaron Jones, Green Bay, number 1. Austin Eckler, San Diego. No, not San Diego. LAC.
Chargers.
Number 2.
Black.
Number
Old
3
San Diego.
with the San Francisco 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
McCafferty. And then here's a surprise one. Number 4, Atlanta. Algier.
Yep, I had him on my bench.
I picked him
That
up in a
hurts.
few leagues. I got some waiver claims.
Yeah.
So, and then number 5, Pollard with Dallas.
Yeah, Tony stepped up. I mean, he was good last year. He's been good the last couple of seasons. Now he's getting to be
I
the
think
premier
Dallas
back.
is happy that Elliott's out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pollard's been the main back for the last 3 years.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he was great for me in the last 2 seasons of fantasy. Not being the number 1 back, but being the number 1
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
I mean, it was great.
Well, and
know
you
what
go
I mean?
into a rain game like that, and backs are going to have a good night because you're going to see a lot of running.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and then wide receivers. Obviously, Tyreek Hill, number 1.
Yeah.
Killed it this
Yeah.
week.
That's no shock.
Ayuk with San Francisco.
Oh, Brandon Ayuk.
Jacoby Myers with Las Vegas. This is number 3. Stephon Diggs with Buffalo, number 4.
And he looked
And,
good last night.
Kendrick Bourne, number 5 with New England. And I've never been a Bourne fan, but maybe they got some chemistry
Maybe
going
that's
this
his
year.
born identity, huh?
All right, I got a question for you. Segue there, right there. Does that cover all your fantasy stuff?
No, I got
okay.
I got
all right,
tight
all right.
ends.
Go
and-
ahead, keep going then.
Tight ends.
Tight ends. Oh,
Where's Barbara?
Tight ends. This
Where's
is
Barbara?
so you got to tell him. His wife
Thinks
thinks
that everything
football-
that they talk about on football is naughty because she's like tight ends.
Well,
Sacks.
I mean-
What are they grabbing each other's sacks?
like
Prefer that called loose ends.
That's mine.
she talks about ball handling.
Yeah.
Like
Deep penetration.
Yeah.
And she just starts laughing every time she
we
hears
can't.
stuff like that.
If she comes out in the garage while we're watching the football game, we just go back inside.
Right.
We don't want to hear this giggling the whole time.
Dude, there are some great calls though with like a power running back running through the hole.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I
I-
mean.
there's great
Shit, all
videos.
sorts of shit.
Great
like,
videos on
Deep
YouTube.
penetration.
Great.
All right,
videos.
so Henry in New England was number 1. Hurst in Carolina, number 2. Hawkinson in Minnesota, number 3. The Chargers have a new guy, Parham.
Hey,
close
he's
relation.
pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah. Isn't
And
it
then-
Kyle? Is it Kyle Parham? I don't know.
I don't know. And then Evan Ingram with Jacksonville.
Yeah.
He was number 5. Kickers,
Man.
Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the fucking kicker. I've hated
He
him
was-
since Texas.
He's tied in there at number 4. There's a bunch of them, but Elliott with Philadelphia, Folk with New England.
Old Nick Folk.
The Rams kicker, Mayer, who was with Dallas before. He's number 3. And then there's a bunch in there tied for number 4 and 5. Bass, Dicker the kicker, Matt Prater. There's a bunch of them.
It's about time for Prater to retire.
I mean, I thought he's been playing for like 35 years at this point, right? It feels
Hey, if
like
he can still kick a ball,
dude. If he can kick a ball,
He can dodge a wrench.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna go there, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. But
what's the 3 Ds of dodgeball?
dodge, duck, dick, dive, and dodge.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dodges twice. Okay, rounding up the defense, the Cowboys. 35 fantasy points.
Pisses
it.
me off so much.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll take it though, man.
The Jets had 20. The Cardinals had 19. The Packers 15. The 49ers and Philly had 13 fantasy points. So that rounds out our weekend.
And that's the fantasy weekend. Dang, 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
I heard you whisper it, so you might as well just say it.
It's all good. It's all good.
Right.
Anything else we want to talk about from last weekend?
Yes, just real quick. How that Jets and Bills game ended. A missed call by the refs there. On that
tripping.
punt return,
Yeah.
there was definitely a intentional trip there that should have that game should have continued. So I don't know if you got to see it or not.
I didn't see the end of it at all, so
Yeah.
I missed the end of that.
I mean, it started off good and it ended good. It was
Yeah.
a good week
No.
of
Yeah.
NFL football this
Yes,
year.
it was.
this week.
It was great. It was
Right.
good.
well, shit, we breeze into what, college now?
Yeah, let's jump into some college real quick. So let's start with ASU, just since I think they have had such a similar weekend to the Cardinals. They started out looking decent at the start of their game. I don't know if you guys got to watch it or not, but
I
they
did
basically shit the bed in the whole second half. I mean, that is becoming the MO. So
Yeah, they didn't do much to change opinions this last weekend, that's for sure, right? But, it's going to be an uphill battle all season for ASU, unfortunately.
So from the picks perspective, we in our top 25 picks, we all got 20 right.
Yeah, not bad. Not
we
bad.
had a good week.
And
We all
really,
got
there's-
A&M wrong. We all got Alabama wrong. We all
And
got Wisconsin
Wisconsin.
wrong.
Yeah, that's the only 3
Man, those
games
were
we
the
all
only three.
missed.
I don't know that I guess the Alabama game would be an upset because they were ranked higher, but Texas was still a ranked team.
Yeah, 11 versus 3. So technically, like you said, it's an upset. But
We talked about it last week.
I'm pretty
having
surprised.
that early ranked game
Yep.
coming up.
Yeah,
I'm pretty surprised how good Texas looked going on the road and playing that well, But again, early season,
Well, you're from Oklahoma. Half my family's from Oklahoma, so the OU stuff is ingrained in our brains. It's hard for us to be happy about Texas doing anything, but to watch Alabama go down, it was worth it. Thank you, Texas.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anytime we can get that win, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now Texas just needs to fucking eat dick hard.
The
you know
whole
what I mean?
rest of the year.
You know what I mean? They just need to fucking fall.
so I guess
And that makes it look even worse for Alabama if they do.
Yeah, exactly. When you start playing the long game like that, right? If we beat Texas and Texas loses some games along the way, and then Alabama struggles in a couple other games,
Yeah.
it really hurts them in the long run.
On the other side of that, though, they have always said, if you're going to lose a college game early, or if you're going to lose a game in the season,
Lose it
you want to
early.
lose early. Yeah,
Yep.
not in the last few weeks. So if it's Alabama's only loss of the year,
That's what they used to
still
say.
have a
Now
chance
it's
to
like,
climb.
if you're going to lose, you might as well lose 3 games and still get into the 84-team playoff, and then you'll still have a chance.
yeah, something like that.
So I guess the other two are pretty much upsets. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know what,
I
you know,
didn't-
when you get those higher ranked teams like A&M was 23, and then Wisconsin.
Yeah, and Miami was ranked. Again, I just didn't know much. I didn't think Miami was going to hold it against A&M. The thing with A&M, excuse me, Jimbo Fisher, as a coach, like he has good teams. He's won a national championship when he was at Florida State, but I don't think he's really that good of a coach overall. I think he gets by on what they have already built, but I don't see him over time being the guy that's going to keep A&M as a powerhouse. Not that A&M was a powerhouse, but for what Jimbo Fisher can do, and for like OU and Texas going into the SEC and everything else. I think I think now we're starting to see the beginning of A&M wane, and then we're going to see Jimbo Fisher maybe 2 more seasons, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So, I've got a question for you from the college front. Do we really think Colorado's that good? Or do we need to tamp down the hype a little bit?
I was listening to
here?
that game, and the first half, it was like a defensive battle between the Cornhuskers of Nebraska and the Buffaloes of Colorado. And then they kind of turned it on.
But who's Nebraska these days? I'll give you.
It's a former powerhouse
beating
team.
TCU was a good win. I'll give you that 100%. But Nebraska, I mean,
Ever since they've went to the Big Ten, they haven't been Nebraska.
No, they're not the
what I mean?
90s Nebraska anymore.
And that's another move that I thought was funny at the time, because they said at the time, we'll be better off going to the Big Ten because it fits us better. We'll make more money. We'll have a better footing in the conference, all that bullshit. And look what happened to them.
Right.
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
We pause for station
Yeah.
identification.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah,
And we're back.
When the mountains are blue, it's time to grab a Coors Light and listen to your favorite podcast, The Dick Show Live. Previously recorded.
So and you know, what does Colorado have this weekend? They have Colorado State, right?
I think so.
So
I haven't even looked.
I think
at
it's a
what's
little
coming up.
early to be jumping on that train the way as hard as media is.
So what I do like, if I'm a Colorado fan, what I do like is they've played 2 different teams from 2 different conferences that are both powerhouse conferences. They played a Big 12 team and they played a Big 10 team. They beat both of them. So that's a nice sign, especially coming from a conference like the Pac-12 that's been falling apart and been having issues. So that's a little bit of light.
Colorado's moving to the Big 12,
and they're moving to the
with
Big
us,
12. Yep,
right?
they're going to the Big 12. We're going to the and OU moves to the SEC.
Right.
ASU is going to
ASU's
the Big 12 as well.
Big 12.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So when you said us, you know,
Yeah.
I got to
Yeah.
remember which us you're talking about.
Yeah.
So the SEC 22, right? Or
Yeah.
is it
Yeah.
30 teams now.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, the Big 12. It's going to be the Big 12 16, I think.
the Big 12 squared.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the Big 12 root times pi.
Oh, that's the Big 10.
Right?
Hold on.
Yeah, I
squared.
think they're the Big 18 now or something, or
Something like
you
that.
know what I mean.
It might be even more.
Who knows? But for Colorado, I agree, man. I don't think they're that team yet, but it's cool to see what they've done. Shadur Sanders still look good. Travis Hunter still looks good.
I'm going to jump on them.
I
They're
think
an
I'm
exciting team.
I'm gonna ride. I'll ride with them for right now, for
They're going
sure.
to ride their dick
I'm
all
gonna,
year?
yeah,
Oh, thank God.
I'll be riding that buffalo dick.
Had to know he was going to ride something this week. After
Right as I said right, I was like, "Fuck!"
you
Here
walked
it goes
into
again.
it.
Hey,
You
yep.
walked into it.
It's gonna be the reoccurring theme. What you riding this week? Oh God. Yeah, we'll
So-
see though. We'll see.
So yeah, I think that's about all I've got for a college thing. I wanted to ask that.
Yeah,
question.
good picks this week. Without running through the schedule of everybody that's coming up, you know, I haven't even gotten my picks in yet for this next week. So
Yeah, neither have I. It's too early. Like we were talking about it, getting your picks in on a Tuesday.
right,
Injury reports aren't out. You know,
Yeah.
I think we need to. We'll make our picks, but we reserve the right to change them. later
Yeah,
on.
yeah, for sure. And then I think also, like we were talking off air, but for everybody else, like we'll just kind of review our picks from the last week on the episode going forward. You know, that I think that'll be easier, especially with the NFL games. And any picks we make or we can change, we have that ability, and then we'll just kind of
Yep.
review
Yep.
how. I mean, if I go shitty again, man, it doesn't really matter. I'll be looking for the fucking
you're just
cliff
gonna
to
stop
jump off
playing.
of, man.
You're just gonna stop
I'll still
playing.
play. It's just that fucking noose will
You can
get a
take your
little
ball
bit,
and go
you
home.
know, a little bit closer to the ceiling every time. But yeah. Anyways, so
Well, you want to pull them up now?
what's next? What's next?
Let's see. Let's just see what the if there's any games this week that we can go.
Yeah, just
we
kinda
should-
look
let's pay
at,
attention
highlight.
to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, without like making all of our picks. Any big college football
are
games
we
this
doing
weekend? College.
Oh, you wanted to do
Yeah.
college?
Yeah,
Okay.
college.
Yeah, let's just finish off college and then we're done.
Okay. Let me switch back to college pool here, and we'll look at all the games.
Awkward silence.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
No, you're good.
Looking at the list, see if there's anything that sticks out as, oh, that's going to be a good game. I think that I do think we have one ranked versus ranked being this week, but I don't remember for sure.
You're going Missouri over a ranked team?
I am.
Georgia,
Kansas
South
State.
Carolina. That could be a good game. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think
there's
we have-
no real exciting games this week. Florida and Tennessee, possibly.
I'm not a Tennessee fan, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm not either, but
Nothing jumps out there.
Yeah, I don't see anything that. Yeah,
I like Tennessee more than I like Florida, just because Josh Heupel's there, and he was our starting quarterback the last time OU won the national championship, and Boomer Sooner.
yeah,
All right, there's college.
yeah. I think that's it. That wraps up college, and then look real quick at our NASCAR pool. Should we take a look at that?
Chris, I was telling Dustin, I'm like, fuck yeah, I got number 4 again. And then I see you guys, what? Denny Hamlin, number 2, and you both picked up.
Yeah, I was surprised by that because I was looking and I was like, oh, I'm gonna take Hamlin this week, and
So tell me how the points work, because I got 2 4th-place finishes. How does this pool work?
well, you got 41 points each week with two 4th-place finishes, right?
Oh, it says I got a 43 and a 39.
Huh.
Why is that?
Probably the number of points your driver scored in each race. I'm not sure. Not sure where those points are coming
You're
from.
the pool guy. Like,
Yeah, I'm not sure where the points are coming
I
from.
get over here,
Dustin,
the
the
door's
pool
not
guy.
fucking open. He's not ready. What the hell?
Yeah, I'll look into that and I'll get you an answer for that.
All right.
I
'Cause-
think it's the number of points your driver scored in the race that week.
Because I'm leading then overall.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
you are.
You're
Even though I
definitely winning.
missed the first.
You didn't miss.
No, I did.
Chris
I
did.
missed the first one. I missed.
You
the
missed
first
the
one.
first week of college.
Yeah, you missed college football.
Yeah, you missed
first
the first
week.
week of
Oh
college.
yeah,
So,
yeah, right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, Chris missed the first week of the NASCAR pool. But yeah, I believe it's the number of points your driver
Dustin,
scored
Mr.
in each
Consistency over
race.
there. He's fucking all the picks in on everything. What an asshole.
For now.
What a D.
Hey, you've got yours in.
All right, where are we playing? Or where are they racing this week?
This week is Bristol.
Oh,
The
short
Bristol
track. Huh?
short track night race.
Under the lights.
Under the lights. It's the
Is that the one where they turn to dirt?
they do that in the spring race at Bristol, but not the fall race. The fall race.
I'm not a big
stays.
fan of that dirt
I'm
track.
I thought it was a great novelty the first time they did it, but after that I was like, yeah, we don't need to keep doing that. That may be fun for like a all-star race or something like that, but a points-paying race, I think you just stick with the normal Bristol. But
So I'm going to tell you my secret, because I don't watch NASCAR racing at all. I'm just
he's
going
fucking lying. I've caught him watching races before.
only when he comes over at Party Island.
Why is it on before I get there? Party Island? Do you want to bring Party Island into this?
No, no, fuck that. So
What's your secret?
here's how I make the picks. I
Oh.
just look at the standings overall for the year, and I'm just going from 1 to 2. So if you looked at it, William Byron was number 1. Kyle Larson was number 2. Whoever's number 3 this week, that's who I'm picking.
That's it, huh?
Man, that strategy would not have worked out for Martin Truex fans because he won the regular season championship and got absolutely wrecked in this race at Kansas. He is now only 4 points to the good above the cut line. He may not make the second round of the playoffs, and he was the regular season champion.
How
That's a
crazy
big
is
free
that?
fall right there. He's got to perform at Bristol this weekend.
Well,
How many-
Maybe I'll pick him.
How many?
That's going to be probably a good pick.
When do the playoffs start?
We're already in.
Oh, we are.
This is
already
the
in.
last race of the first
Oh
round.
wow. Okay, I was gonna
So
say
we're eliminating.
yeah.
We're eliminating
Holy
4
fuck.
cars on Saturday.
I don't even know how the playoffs work.
Dude, well,
Playoffs?
Playoffs.
Playoffs?
Playoffs. Well, the good thing is at least we started this one late, so we have a bevy of drivers to select from for like these races that matter.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot tougher when you do it over the course of 36 races for the
Because
whole
early
year.
in the season, you got to be making some shit picks
I'm gonna
just
pick
to make them. You know what I mean?
Cole Trickle.
Hell yeah!
Cold Trickle.
You know, are you sure you don't want
Which
Dick
car is
Trickle?
he going to be in? The City Chevy 46, or is he going to be in the Exxon 51?
The no name one.
Oh, the Superflow.
Yeah,
the
the
pink
Superflow.
46.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I like it. Good choice.
That's a great movie. It's a great movie.
So I can see here you selected
Rubbin
Busher,
is
huh?
racing. Harry,
You
Yep.
selected Busher.
I took Chris Buescher for
Yep.
this week.
I came down to I had two choices. It was either going to be Busher or it was going to be Yep. And I chose Yep.
Doesn't want to show his hand.
No,
huh?
go to rank. Go to rank. I fucking click rank, see where order by, click rank. I chose Larson. That's who I chose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was between Busher and Larson for me.
See,
and chose
I'm
Larson.
thinking Larson. So here's my thought. Larson,
Well, they've each won. Busher and Larson have each won at this track.
sure.
within the last year.
I'm just thinking of it from the perspective of Larson, William Byron. Before last week's race, I would have said Martin Truex Jr. I don't want to burn those picks before the final round because I think it's going to be one of those four that's in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I say final round, I mean the last three races that lead up to the final and the final race. I want one of those guys available.
Yeah, and that's actually a good
Late.
point. I never really thought of that going into those final three races. Like if you have the guy that's on the heels of winning the championship, or all he has to do is win that race,
Win
if
and
you
get in kind of guy.
If you can get that guy for the last pick, that's probably a fucking solid pick. Again, shortened season, so we don't really know. Over the season, you might end up where you have such a big lead, you could dog walk your way through the last few races,
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I mean?
we got to sort out how that
Right.
how that points thing works. I think a lot of times when you do this to the one and done, a lot of people don't pay any attention to the points. They just give each person a week win, and whoever has the most week wins at the end of the year is the winner.
Right.
They don't look at the points a lot of times.
Nah, we got to do points.
Okay.
All right.
We gotta
How
do
much
points.
time are we at right now?
We're about 45 minutes in.
All right. Let's push on.
Yeah,
let's
Lots of
push on.
time. Lots of time.
Yeah, plenty of time. So, I kind of wanted to ask and start a debate here because I think this could be an interesting conversation. What do you guys think is the best football movie of all time?
Oh, that's a good subject.
Man.
With no prep, too. I didn't give these guys.
Oh, exactly.
any
You
kinda-
got Any Given Sunday. You
Yeah.
got Necessary Roughness. You got The Program.
got movies like Remember the Titans.
You got North Dallas 40.
You got The Replacements.
You got The Replacements.
Mm-hmm.
You said
There's
Remember
another
the Titans.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's another
fucking
football
Little
one.
Giants. Duh.
I think we have to leave The Blind Side out, given what we now know about.
Yeah.
Well, you can still put it in there. I mean, that movie grossed millions of dollars worldwide. You can put it on the list.
Okay, all right. But there's so many to choose from.
You got Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights, Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
When she comes out
You
with
know
that
what I mean?
whipped cream
the fucking
bikini.
whipped cream bikini.
God damn.
Like, she looked like she fell out of the "I'ma suck your dick" tree and hit every branch on the way down.
What was the Al Pacino Jamie Foxx one?
Any Given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
I mean,
There's
that's a tough list, man. That's a really tough list.
The best one, you know who's been in all of them, is that Andrew Bernowski or whatever. He was in The Program. He was in Unnecessary Roughness. He was in Any Given Sunday. And in Any Given Sunday, they're at this party at the mayor's mansion or whatever.
Yeah.
And he walks up and she's like, "Oh, I'm 65." And he looks at her and he's like, "What do you do for dick?" The best line in the movie.
we skipped The Longest Yard. Both
Yeah,
versions.
and that's I was
versions.
actually
Both
I was
versions.
just about to say I couldn't remember the name of it. The Longest Yard was the
Yeah,
one I was
both
thinking.
versions.
The
So
Adam
the answer
Sandler
is,
or
what
the
do you
Burt
do for
Reynolds?
dick? You go on YouTube and you watch the Dick Show live, previously
Previously
recorded.
Sponsored by Coors Light.
Unofficially.
Eventually,
Hopefully.
one of these days.
So, yeah. I mean,
So if I'm gonna make a list, I would probably have to say,
what are you making a list now? Like,
well,
a
like
top
no
three.
no
Top three.
specific
Fuck
order.
one,
My
marry
top
one,
three.
kill one?
Yeah. If I fuck one, no. My top 3, I probably got to say like Varsity Blues.
you're giving that number 1?
No, in no specific order.
order?
Yeah,
Okay.
Varsity Blues, Any Given Sunday. Oh shit! And The Replacements. That's for me. That's for me.
I'll watch The Replacements
I mean,
any
it's,
day,
yeah.
any day of the
You know what I
week.
mean? Hey,
so that's on mine.
I admit it. At first, I was afraid.
Hell, I was petrified.
Hell, I was petrified.
No, I'm with you. I'm going to say The Replacements is on my list. Man, that's so tough. I think Varsity Blues is on my list too, and then Remember the Titans.
And see, that's tough because
Ooh,
it's
we
like,
forgot We Are Marshall.
well, how serious do you want to get, right? You want to get like, because Remember the Titans. I mean, that's like the historic behind it.
Oh,
and everything
you're
else.
Semi-true, true
complicating it.
story.
You're just
Exactly.
top 3.
Yeah,
never
just
mind.
so you take all that out. For me, I gotta go. Yeah, the 3 I picked.
Those are the 3 I've seen multiple times and could still watch it every time it's on and not be.
I'm
annoyed.
glad you remind me of Varsity Blues. That's on there. Replacements is on there, and I love the program.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta be honest. I haven't seen the program in so long. And same with Necessary Roughness. When I was a kid.
Holy shit!
Oh, that was a good one.
Draft Day.
Yeah.
Oh,
How did we
I forgot
forget
about
Draft
Yeah,
Day?
Draft Day too.
Ooh, that could almost
But
be up there.
It was.
I still wouldn't put it on my top 3, but it's a whole different
I
like
want
aspect.
all my picks back, and I want David fucking Putney,
just because I can.
pancake eating motherfucker.
Fucker. I know. Every time the draft comes around, Barbara's like, "Oh my god, this fucking movie."
And then she starts talking about deep penetration with the
Yeah,
running backs.
She's
and
like,
such,
"Are you
and
really watching
tight
this
ends.
movie again?" I'm like,
We need a tight end. We need a tight end.
I'm gonna trade my 3rd rounder for a tight end.
Oh,
All right, that's a good question.
yeah, I
man.
had to hit you with that. And
That's something maybe we should put up on a poll too.
Yeah,
you know what
I was
mean.
I was kind of thinking we could do that, with a variety of sports or
Yeah,
a NASCAR
any-
movie
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, we should. We can
So.
continue with that.
Makes for fun conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
what the fat guy in Varsity Blues said? My cat's fine. My cat's fine. What?
Oh, you got a CAT scan. Good job, Billy
Yeah,
Bob.
my cat's fine. Hey, Billy Bob, thinking about hollering at or talking to some dinosaurs?
Hollering at dinosaurs.
He goes,
Hollering
I
at
reckon I might holler at a few. Yeah, I'm back. Puking Rally.
Tweeter, you think you're gonna like it in jail?
Oh my god, I love that movie. He's like, y'all
Miss
wanna
Davis.
Yeah, oh Miss Davis.
you marry me?
Will you go to prom with me, Miss Davis?
Oh man.
Good morning, boys. I gotta ask you a question. They
And
put
then-
their wangers on the glass at the Alato Club. They put their wangers on the glass at the Alato Club.
My boy's too much trouble for you.
What's
and
his
then,
pig's
and then
name?
there's
Oh my
Bacon.
god, man.
Bacon. Yeah.
Bacon.
I love that dog.
I love that dog. He's a pig. Yep.
And then there's the whipped cream bikini. Oof.
I mean, that's
Oof. Allie Larder.
Yeah.
good old
that
James
it?
Vanderbeek, man. Dawson's Creek, Varsity Blues. How crazy,
Yeah. That's one extreme to another.
man.
His Texas accent sucked though.
Yeah, West Canaan football.
West Canaan. Yeah. Oh man. So many good quotes.
Yeah, that's
That is
I think
that's probably what puts it up there.
Yeah,
is that it's one of the most quotable football movies.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Is because
even non-football
when it
people
came
know
out,
those
the
quotes.
age that we were when it came out, and like I remember I saw it in theaters. I fucking saw that movie in
Yeah.
theaters. So yeah, like for sure, that's got to be on my list because it's so quotable for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Johnny Moxon, you better get naked and get in this police car.
Dude,
We got beer and girls.
I was gonna say, man, we're gonna have to do some homework and fucking watch that movie again.
Yeah. Oh, this came to mind though, just because this leading into week 1. That's what I noticed on TV. There so many football movies were on. I'm like, well, I guess it's that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're back, boys. We're back.
Yep.
Well-
All right.
Is it time for America's favorite subject?
I guess so.
Are we gonna end on some picks after? We'll just because we need the button. Come on, if we're gonna go to this topic,
What?
you know we need the
The button.
button. Push the button.
That one?
No, that's for the winner.
That's for the winner of
You got the
The
no.
fuck button do you want?
the segue button to the next one.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was the one you were after. Okay. What does that sound mean, Chris?
That means it is time for America's favorite subject. It is this week's Bush of the Week. Boom.
Now we got it right.
Boom.
There we go.
I like it. And so this week, Kai. Okay, let's try this over. This week we are going with lilies, right? So
Yeah, I gave you guys a homework assignment.
yeah, we had to choose lilies
I
this
did
week.
no homework, and Chris has 17 pieces of fucking paper in
Listen
front
to
of
all
him.
this paper.
Exactly.
Listen to all that.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's dedication.
That's wildly impressive.
This is
actually.
probably why he's doing this, is he gets to talk about Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to go home, be with his daughters, his wife. He can't talk about Bush at home.
Happy birthday,
true.
Kimberly.
Oh shit! Is today her birthday?
Yep,
Yesterday.
today's her birthday.
Oh, today.
Today's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Yep.
So how much actual research did you get into? Was it just looking at papers or
Well, it
Do you really want to go down that
I was
rabbit
going to
hole?
say it depends, because as we get into my picks here, we might have a couple of different avenues of research that I went down, so to speak. So, let's just say I did go into some details. I made sure, and I went over some filmographies, and I went over some
He's got
Wikipedias.
stats in front of him.
We got stats. We got quotes.
Kelly's got football
I mean-
stats. He's got Bush stats.
I mean, so, we'll just see where we end up, right, guys? Right?
oh, it's too good.
I think this is going to be a good one. All right. Who wants to start off? Well, I guess there's only two of us because Dustin didn't pick.
I didn't
You
do any homework, so
Kelly, who was your-
I'm along for the ride, and I'll make a pick at the end.
Kelly, who's your first nomination for Bush of the Week this week?
So it has to be somebody named Lily.
Yes.
That was the whole
Yep, the
goal.
theme of
here.
the
That
week
was
was
all.
Lily.
Well, I'm gonna say not that one. No, Lily Aldridge,
Lily Aldridge.
the Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah. So I did see her as I was doing some of my research as well.
I mean, there's a lot of great pictures.
Saw her as
Yeah,
she
she,
is a 10. She's a 10.
A 10.
A fucking
10,
10. A fucking 10.
all right.
I'm glad that we brought up Varsity Blues.
Yeah, that actually
that
tied
ties
in perfectly.
perfect.
All right.
All right. Now,
So that's your pick.
no, that's one of my nominations.
Oh, okay. What's your other one?
Lily James.
Lily James. Yeah, I had her on my list as well.
Very notable young actress.
She's been in several movies.
And the best one was her playing Pamela Anderson in Pam and Tommy on Hulu.
Yep. And that was in 2022. Yep.
He's got
Yep.
he's
As
got
a matter of fact,
paperwork
yep.
in front of him.
She was also
If you haven't
Beauty and the
watched that
Beast.
show, in episode number 2, so the actor who plays Tommy Lee is Sebastian Stan, and he's the Winter Soldier in Marvel movies. And he's all tatted up, same like Tommy Lee, piercings.
Yeah. I could see
So,
that. I could see that.
He
role.
first hooks up with Pamela in the show, and he wakes up the next morning, and he's taking a piss, and he's like all happy, and then they show a scene where his dick actually starts talking and looking at him. If you haven't watched that show, it is fucking hilarious, and you see a lot of boobs,
the Dick Show.
and she knocks
see
it out
a
of
lot
the
of
park
boobs.
in that show.
All right, Chris.
So, yep, Lily James again. I mean, she's been in movies, she's been on TV, she's been in theater. She's pretty high up on the list, I would say.
But have you
she's a
watched
good
Pam
candidate.
and Tommy?
I have not seen it.
Oh, you
but
have
I
to.
do.
You
I
have
do
to.
know. I mean, I remember it when it came out, and I have
Episode
not watched
2,
it.
the first one's getting into the storyline. It's not much, but episode 2 is where it gets good.
Right. The next one I had was Lily Collins.
Is this
and
the same person that played Collins on
She was in The Blind Side.
The Blind Side,
2009, she was in The Blind Side. She was Collins Tohey or whatever her last name.
Toohey.
Toohey, yeah, that's it. Toohey.
Yeah.
Yep. She's been in
recognize
other movies. I don't know. Not really any other things that I've heard of besides The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones, and The English Teacher. She was in Tarzan. She was a baby ape, the voice of a baby ape. I don't know if that's politically correct anymore, but it's on here. She was on some TV. She was in Growing Pains, as a matter of fact, and Curb Your Enthusiasm in an episode called The Mormon Advantage in 2021.
All right, who else you got?
I also have Lily Allen. Did we say Lily Allen yet?
Yeah.
No. Or we did? No, we
No,
didn't.
no, we didn't. No.
So Lily Allen, she's received 31 awards and 73 nominations for her music, including nominations for 9 Brit Awards, 1 Grammy, and 3 Ivor Novello Awards, 1 Mercury Prize, and 12 NME Awards. She's won 3 of those. For acting, she's been nominated for a Laurence Olivier Award.
What is he turning into over here?
I got stats, boys. I got stats.
He came prepared. I like it.
I
like it.
He's like sounds like a machine.
Right? Acting. She's been in
Is
several
this the
movies.
Oscars all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Guys, stop it. Calm down. You
Isn't
guys are acting
tonight,
like a bunch
isn't
of
tonight
dicks.
the VMAs, not the Oscars?
Right. Anyways, she hasn't been in much, but she's been acting. She started in 1988 and as recently as 2023 in Dreamland. She's more known for her music, getting up there in age, but she's a solid pick, I think. I think Lily Allen's
and
good.
her brother was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, yep.
Alfie Allen. I believe that's it.
So now, these are my last two. I'm going to start with Lily
He
Ty.
brought in a lot of picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lily Ty.
He took this assignment serious.
Very.
And you guys ready for this one? Lily Ty. She was born in Honolulu, Hawaii. She is Italian, Filipino, and Hawaiian. Raised in Austin, Texas. She began performing in her movies in her early 20s, starting in 2003.
The way he said movies tells me something.
She has worked for companies such as Vivid, Hustler, Wicked, Diabolic, Digital Sin, and Adam and Eve. She's been nominated for 3 AVN Awards in 2005, including Best New Starlet, Best Tease Performance, and Best All-Girls Sex Scene, which is on video. Moreover, Ty has several tattoos and piercings, including her tongue, nipples, and clitoris. Some of her notable movies that you guys have probably heard of would be Sushi Coochie in 2006, China Vagina in 2007. There's also 2007 the not so good as China Vagina, but it's called Squirting Files, if you guys remember that one at all. And then her last film, I think this is the one that put her into retirement. It was called Orientation. And that's what I have for Lily Ty. But by the pictures, she holds up, guys. She holds up.
All right.
Solid pick.
Last
solid
one.
pick.
Right? And then so on to my last choice. This is Lily Carter. Adorable petite brunette Lily Carter hails from Oregon. The 5'3" blue-eyed stunner began her career in the adult entertainment industry by posting an ad on the internet. She started out in 2010 as a webcam model who did solo videos. Her original stage name was Nevaeh.
Sounds like a book report.
Her current porn pseudonym was inspired by actress Linda Carter of TV's Wonder Woman fame. So she actually has her new stage name from Wonder Woman. Lily eventually branched out into girl-girl material and finally boy-girl scenes. She has tattoos of 2 stars between her navel and her vagina. Her hobbies are hiking, tennis, and reading.
Okay. All right.
She has we're good. She has 20 nominations and 5 AVN award wins. I'm not going to go into the list. I mean, there's a lot of movies here, but I would like to finish this off with a couple of her favorite quotes.
Sure you would.
One would be, "I would love to win an AVN award for something, but it's really not all about that for me. I love sex. That's why I do what I do." So that's one quote. And then on her favorite aspect of doing porn, she says, I love performing because that's when the sex happens.
She's got my vote. After that, she's got my vote.
So again,
All right, that's my pick. That's my pick.
guys, Lily Carter, everybody.
All right, let's wrap this up. That's my pick. What's your pick? Come on, Chris. Give me your pick.
I mean, he saved that.
Oh, he
I gotta.
But that's just the description. That's
Yep.
got nothing to do with how she looks.
I mean,
Based on what I see on the
from
screen,
the looks, from the looks included. Man, this is a tough one, guys. But I think I might have to go with Lily Carter as my number one.
I haven't laughed that hard. Holy shit!
That's gonna be a good short dick.
yeah, she's got my vote.
I haven't seen her body
You haven't seen her perform?
of work. I'd like to before I make a decision on this.
Pornhub.com, and you can check out some of that material.
What's your username and password?
All right, guys. What's your pick?
Oh, jeez.
I know I brought some dark horses in there. You know what I
Yeah, you
mean?
did.
That's all solid. All solid.
All solid. All
I'm
right.
gonna go with the Victoria's Secret model.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think anybody's a loser on this list, really.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
And then Dustin.
You sold me on Lily Carter at the end there.
All right.
There's just no getting around that.
Is that 2 out of 3? Is that
That's
a
2
winner?
out of 3. There you go.
Man, that's a.
All right.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh, wrong button.
Wrong one.
Yay! Lily Carter.
There we go. There's your
Congratulations,
Bush of
Lily
the week.
Carter. You are our Bush of the Week.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna.
The best line was, "Oh my God, it's a book
It
report."
sounds like a book report. All right, guys. We're gonna wrap it up.
No, we gotta do our picks. We gotta go through.
Well, what picks?
Who cares? We can edit this out and shorten it.
You load it then.
Yeah, I'll load something.
All right. What picks do you want?
Might
to
have to be Lily Carter.
What picks do you want to go?
Yeah, you should definitely load some Lily Carter up.
Let's just go NFL. Let's just
Just see if there's any
Quick
interesting-
rundown on our NFL
just
picks.
a quickie.
Okay. All right. So NFL picks. Just run through this real quick. See what everybody thinks.
Thursday night game.
Thursday night game is Philly, Minnesota.
Philly.
Eagles.
Philly.
Yeah, I'm taking Philly. Then we start our Sunday with Tampa, Chicago.
Do not sleep on the Chicago Bears, fellas, but I'm going Tampa.
I'm
Yeah.
going Tampa too.
Agreed.
Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. The next one, the Packers, Atlanta.
Yeah, Green Bay, Atlanta. After what you saw Green Bay do this past week, it's kind of
1.5 point favorite.
I'm gonna take it Atlanta.
I'm going Atlanta.
They swayed me, so I'm going to give Green Bay a shot here. I'm up 10 games.
Fuck, you got room to play.
Yeah, I can take some risks here. Indy, Houston.
Houston.
I'm taking Indy.
That's a tough one.
I want to take Indy because Richardson had a good game, but is he injured?
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah,
Again,
I
the
think
Colts-
I'll still take him because we want Houston to lose, so we get their pick.
Yep.
So Indy.
Yep. Okay, Seattle, Detroit.
Detroit.
I'm going Detroit.
Especially after what we saw last week. They look good. You got Chargers and Tennessee.
Chargers.
Same.
Yep.
Baltimore and Cincinnati.
Oh, but let me go back to that Tennessee game. How did Hopkins do in that game?
I don't know offhand. I really don't, unfortunately.
Chris, you
Which
know?
game?
Tennessee, Hopkins. How did he
Oh,
do?
I didn't. You know what? I didn't see his final stat line. He did
Because I'm interested in following former Cardinals
right.
and making sure that they don't kill it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Again, I mean, Chargers are a 3-point favorite. Titans are at home. Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins. That's a tough one. I'm still got to go Chargers though.
I think so. Yeah.
Ravens at Cincinnati.
Baltimore.
Yeah, I took Baltimore.
You know what? I'm going to go with Cincinnati. I got to get off. I got to try to get some games up here in this fucking league.
All right, Vegas, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Vegas on this one.
Okay. All right, Kansas City, Jacksonville. Kansas City's playing mad.
Is Kelsey going to be out again? I
That's a
haven't
big-
heard anything.
That's the unknown.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
the
big
unknown
question.
as of right now.
I'm gonna say Kansas City, but that could change if it turns out
you
Kelsey's
know what?
not
I
out
would
there.
I'm still going to lean on Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's still good. So
Yeah. For now,
At
I'm
this
gonna
point,
say
I'm
Kansas City.
going to take Jacksonville.
okay.
Okay. All right, San Francisco and the Rams.
San Francisco.
Yeah,
You know what?
San Francisco showed something last week.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams because it's LA, San Francisco. Those games are traditionally like tough games. It's a division game. The Rams are at home, and I need to make up some games.
Well, now we got this one is gonna. I think there's gonna be some mixed emotion here. Arizona and the Giants.
If we have Dobbs as quarterback, I'm taking the Giants.
I'm going to go with old Danny Dimes and my New York Football Giants.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Arizona just to buck the trend here. And
Mad respect.
I can't believe the Giants are favored by 5.5.
yeah, after what we saw,
After
I
the
thought that
first
would have been
week.
reduced. Yeah.
And then this next one is a bigger surprise. Dallas by 9.5 against the Jets.
I'll take Dallas.
I mean,
I am taking Dallas.
I'll take Dallas too, but surprisingly, the Jets, even after Aaron Rodgers goes down, they put up a fight, you know? So going forward, I don't know how well that'll be, but, you know, we'll see.
Okay, Washington, Denver.
Denver.
Washington.
Denver. Miami, New England.
Miami.
Yeah.
I'm going to go New England on this one.
Oh, boy. After seeing the performance last week at a Hill,
I don't think New England played bad. I mean, you look at the fantasy points.
No, you're right. You're right.
You know? Because it is in New England, right?
Yes, it is. So this one I don't understand. We go into Monday night, week 2, and the NFL decides we need 2 Monday night games, but they're going to start 1 hour apart. So you're competing with yourself for viewers on 2 different channels.
Is that just because of the Amazon bullshit? Is that
I have no idea why
because
they
ESPN
made this
is owned by
decision.
ABC, so they're all
one game's on ESPN and
They
one's
have-
on ABC.
they have both of them.
Yeah, I don't understand
why-
that either. And
why-
why would you do it the second week and not the first week?
Well, and why not stagger the games by like 3 hours? Like, I get it. Start one early. You know, you don't want to piss off West Coast people, but you start one at 4:00. You know, Pacific time, so that's a 7 p.m. start. The other one, I don't know. I just why do it?
Yeah.
Move one of those games to Sunday.
So who you got? New Orleans
so
or
New Orleans,
Carolina?
is the first game. I'm going to take New Orleans.
Okay, I got New Orleans.
I got New Orleans.
And then Cleveland, Pittsburgh is the second game. And frankly, I don't know if I'm like super into watching either of these games. Cleveland, Pittsburgh might be a good game. Might be. But I'm going to take Cleveland in that one.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
I'll take Pittsburgh.
Okay. Well, there's your NFL picks.
Tiebreaker, I'm going 38 points.
I went 40 on mine.
Well, is that all of it, fellers?
Did I just say I take Vegas? They're 9.5-point dogs.
Yeah.
And the Jaguars.
The Jaguars.
All right, guys. So I think that about wraps us up for this week. It was a good show. Had a lot of fun.
Fuck yeah, that was a fun one.
Don't forget, if you guys want to jump in on our football pools or anything, send us a message or an email through our YouTube link, and we'll get you added to the list and get you an invite. If you have any comments, like, rate, subscribe, all the good stuff.
Guys, don't be adding random people to fucking text groups either, please.
Right. To
Please.
guys you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, don't
Please
do
don't
that.
do that.
That's your you know.
And vote on the Bush of the Week.
Yeah, there
Vote
you
on
go.
the
We'll
Bush
get a-
of the Week.
we'll get
Make your
poll.
comments.
Lily
We'll get a
Carter.
We'll get a poll up for that for next week.
Oh, I just want somebody else to say something.
You shower beer guy?
All right, we'll talk.
Shower
We'll catch you
beer?
guys
Yeah.
next week.
Do you take a beer
Peace,
to the
guys.
shower with you?
No, I don't.
You've never done that?
I have done that, but
Okay.
I don't do that.
Oh. And what's the purpose behind the shower beer in your mind? When is the ideal time for a shower beer for you?
When I'm hot and I'm thirsty.
What are you talking about? You live in fucking Party Island, goddammit.
Yeah.
You got a goddamn tattoo that's represented and branded to fucking Party Island. So
true.
therefore you gotta live the life, and so I understand, and it's 100% understandable, besides the point, that you take a beer with you to the shower.